Happy Thursday. Welcome into another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. We are here in, where are we? St. Louis, on a flight from St. Louis to Indianapolis, and we'll be taking the beloved Ejet from Flight Sim Studios, the 170, which I'm happy to say, this is flight number 11 since the experimental update that came out on Tuesday, I think it was? Or was it Monday? Monday or Tuesday. And knock on wood, this would be flight number 11 with no WASM crashes. There have been some issues. We had an issue on the last flight where it didn't pull in the star altitude. I did have an issue also in that same one. It didn't register the ILS radio. And I had the same issue yesterday on a flight where it didn't do the star information, with the altitude at least, or the ILS information. But outside of that, nothing else. Everything was in fantastically fine in the Ejet. Welcome in P2, welcome in Kubi. Storm at Dakota, happy Thursday to you. And flying into a tropical storm near Madagascar. Ooh. And Dakota says, in the U.S. Air Force plane. Ooh, interesting. Don't rub it in, P2 says. Okay, let's go get going. So, did I say what we're doing? We're doing St. Louis to Indianapolis. Let's go ahead and get our overlay going at the top there. It should update. There it is, St. Louis to Indianapolis. And we will go ahead and hop into the aircraft here. All has been great. All right, over here to the left-hand side, let's go ahead and get the GPU connected. Uh-oh. Well, there's your first problem. Never had that issue before. GPU doesn't want to connect. ¿Por qué? Jetway. But the GPU won't connect. Is it coming out? Is that the stairs? That's just doing the stairs. Let's see if we can find another way around it. Let's go to the pushback guy and see if this will give me a GPU. Fuel power. No power. I wonder if I can start it up either way. Let's find out. All right, let's go into battery 1, 2. No, we can't because we have no APU. Why is the GPU not connecting? All right, let's just... what's the slew command? What's the new 2024 slew command? Slew. Maybe it's something to do with where we are. Shift Z. Shift Z. Let's just slew away a little bit. Not that way. Let's try this. Shift Z. And then go back over here. Wow, that's interesting. All right, we're going to do a test. We're going to reset it. We're going to restart. I've never had that happen before. Jinxed it. Yeah, I know. Got a minus 1218 feet per second landing yesterday. Jesus. Welcome in, Joe. Happy Thursday to you. All right, let that settle in. GPU, nowhere in sight, but it's not connected by default. There we go. That was weird. I never had that issue before. Okay, so now the GPU is connecting. Let me just make sure it's actually connected. So it's going to switch over to green here, hopefully. Nope. That is very, very weird. Why? Like it tries to, but it doesn't. Oh, there it goes. All right, so maybe it's going to work now. There we go. Okay. Wow. Okay. That was something different. All right, let's go and bring our SimBrief profile in. And grab that. Departure, we're expecting runway 30 left. Dry conditions. And let's go ahead and bring in the wind, calculate, and what the hell? GSX. I've never had that button before. Instant load. What is going on here? GSX support. Let's kill that. Maybe GSX, but I don't have GSX installed. That might have been causing the issue. Nevertheless, all right, so calculate, insta load, and then manifest. Let's go up here to the top. It's almost like it changed a setting randomly with GSX support, but I don't have GSX installed. Okay, now we're going to see if our systems pull up. They are. Brighten that up a little bit, and we're just going to wait a couple seconds here. Let's see. Joe says, I had issues where if I pressed the jetway in the FB, it also brought the stairs, but the FB already has its own set of stairs. Yeah. I'm not sure what that was all about. That was rather interesting. Rather interesting. I've never had that problem before. In any of the builds, I think, for the E-Jet. The 2020 version, or the compatible 2020 version, or 2024 version, sorry. And then, you know, the new experimental stuff. Never had that issue. Alright, St. Louis to Indianapolis. Activate this. Departure. 30 left. I better get beyond ATC now. Let's see, it's saying runway 3, yeah. So that should be fine. 30 left via J-Heart 7.
On our way to Indianapolis Airport.
And J-Heart transition. So departures, apply. And then arrivals, Indianapolis is runway 23 right. ILS via star, SMUC 3, and the Wyndham transition. Apply that. Performance, send that. Got that, cool. Okay, put this over the Terra. And then let's go to performance, takeoff. That's good. APU is available. I'm going to go ahead and just get TCAS going on here as well. And auto brakes. Squawking 5044. 5044. Okay, squawks in, climbing up to 3.5 on this flight.
Delta 1608. Read that correct.
Now, data runway change, 30 left is what they're saying. Sorry, 30 right. I was getting 30 left.
Delta 1608.
So we can go into route and then departure. 30 right, we're going to change it through. And then departure, apply. And that's going to bring in all that jazz. Clear out that. I'm not sure why it keeps popping up with that. Unable to climb. And it looks like it is unable to climb. So let's go ahead and just force it. Here's where it's saying the altitude. So we're going to just put in 350. Oops, actually we got to clear this out. And then do in 350. 1, 2, 3. Lop that in there. Activate. Alright, now it's going to climb up to 3.5. And then it's going to start. Descent's going to be right there. So I'm going to go ahead and make these 3.5 as well. And then 3.5. And descents then there, so activate. Alright, so now we should be able to climb up 350. Perfect. And I think we're set. Yaw damper. Okay. St. Louis ground, Delta 1608, ready for pushback and engine start.
Delta 1608, St. Louis ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face north.
Facing the north.
Pushback approved. Face north, Delta 1608.
Okay, so we got that. And over here to the left-hand side, let's go to ground, remove the GPU, see if it actually removes it. Yeah, something's goofy with all this today. Okay, release the parking brake. Request a pushback. Pushback is commencing. Electric pump is on. Engine number 2. Firing up. 3.9 on the trim. One more. One more still. Alright, well, now it's up. That's fine. Clocking. And we're pushing back. Let's see. Why are you using a Delta call sign and not a Brickyard? I just like Delta. I just like Delta. I'm lazy also. I don't want to change it.
United 2121, St. Louis ground, pushback and engine start approved.
Is this Brickyard? Yeah, this would be, yeah, Brickyard, right? Yeah. Or it's by Compass Airlines.
Southwest 1290, request taxi.
Alright, waiting for engine rotations. I should have pushed back a little bit farther, but that's fine. All right, fuel number, or sorry, engine number 1 is next. Flaps coming down. So I was on the quest. I was going to continue flying this plane until I eventually get a WASM, which is eventually going to happen, probably. But then I was like, well, you know what? It hasn't happened after 10 flights. Maybe it's not going to happen. I shouldn't have faced in the other direction. I'm not sure why it told me to go this direction. North. I should have been going south. Anyway. But then my schedule with APL. My schedule is a lot of short hops. So now I'm just going to fly them until I have, you know, anything over 200 nautical miles. Then I'll jump over to another plane. Probably the MD-11 again. Which is going to be weird getting back into that plane. Because the way that they, you know, I talked about this on the last stream, but you just feel like you're so... You feel lower than you are in the MD-11.
United 2121, runway 29er taxi via Charlie 7 Charlie.
Alright, taxi lights on.
Hold short runway
APU is off.
Alright, we'll taxi to runway 29er via Charlie 7 Charlie Tango. Hold short runway 24 United 2121.
St. Louis ground, Delta 1608, ready to go, ready to taxi to the active.
Southwest 1542. Gate Echo
Compass or Brickyard, whatever. My point still stands. Not supposed to be using Delta call sign. Sorry, it's bothering me.
runway 30 right taxi via Charlie. Delta 3 Delta Golf Echo.
Charlie Delta 3.
Runway 30 right via Charlie, Delta 3, Delta, Golf, Echo,
What?
Delta 1608.
Delta 3.
Southwest 1542.
What are you
St. Louis
smoking?
ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face north.
Alright. Well, it wants us to do a 360 here.
and engine start approved. Face north. Southwest
Kinda seems weird.
1542.
Okay. Throttle up. Well, it really bothered you when I was flying the 737 as SkyWest. I probably bothered the hell out of you. I tend to just use the main,
2121.
the big airlines.
Continue taxi via Charlie.
So, like, if I'm using the United Express, you know, I'll just say United.
Charlie. Continue via Charlie.
Same with American.
United 2121.
I don't know why. Kind of been like that forever. SkyWest was the only time, and that's because I was using SkyWest with APL. There's Southwest out there pushing. P2 says, wrong call sign, unsubscribed. Oh wait, I'm a mod, I can't. I like being drunk with power, I'm back. Or when I was using, there was a couple times where I used, what was it? I was flying with Southwest. I think it's when I was flying with Southwest for that short time. And I was using, I jumped into the Airbus and I forgot to change my call sign. So I was SkyWest, or I was Southwest in an Airbus.
Southwest 1290. Contact St. Louis Tower 120.05.
All right, we do have a crosswind right now, 11 knots.
Tower 120.05, Southwest 1290 C.
So apparently, some special people, we'll just use the word special people, got early access to the Dallas scenery. I said it before. I said it, I think, on the last stream or the one before that.
Tower 132.475.
I think
Contact Tower 132.
content creators should only have access to it on the day everyone else is getting it. Maybe a couple hours before it's released.
1542.
I feel like now the excitement's gone. You know what I mean? It's been that they've had access to it now for 24 hours or whatnot.
Runway 30
I feel like the excitement's gone. One, I've never really been excited about getting DFW because, you know, I already have the Imagine Sim, I have the default one. Both are fine. It would obviously, it's gonna be nicer to have a little better Dallas, but I don't fly it enough out of, you know, Dallas to begin with. Well, yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it because why not? But I didn't watch anyone's videos on it. I didn't watch anyone's streams on it. I also think it's crazy to, like, I don't know. What are you showing off when you showcase? What are you showing off when you showcase the scenery? It's such a weird thing to me. I don't know. It's I feel like they're fine for videos. Like if you're doing just you know, an 8-minute video showing off the scenery, but like a stream, I don't know. Having a stream just because of the scenery, it makes zero sense to me. There goes that Southwest. Because you're going to see it for whatever, 10, 15 minutes while you're on the ground setting things up. You're not like seeing it because you're in the aircraft. You're just taxiing around the airport. It makes no sense to give early access to streamers. Maybe content creators that make videos, different story. But for exclusively I'm not saying exclusively. That's what some of the people have access to it, but it just seems weird. Like, I'm not watching a streamer because they're flying out of a new airport. I'd much rather watch a video on someone like slowly going through and be like, yeah, look at this, and showing off like real world photos versus the, you know, the one that's in the sim. And then you'd want to look at performance, right? So you're gonna look at the performance of it. It just seems kind of weird. St. Louis Tower, Delta 1608, ready to go, runway 30 right. Alright, clear for takeoff. By the way, not a good time IRL. I'm burnt out at work. The mountain might be getting fired. What? Fired from here? The mountain might be getting fired from hers? Oh no, what happened? What's going on, P2? Special people shills, yeah. Alright, so we are cleared RNAV. I don't have an RNAV set up. What the hell's going on? Direct to... Oh, here we go. This is why. Delete. Activate. There we go. That's weird. Alright, throttle going up. I got my auto throttle officially working, I think. Yes. With a button on my FCU. Toga. Okay, crosswind 12 knots. Oh, that's cool. You couldn't see it on the stream, but there's a Delta landing too. Oh, Jesus. Center line, center line. I gotta focus.
80 knots.
80 knots checked.
V1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Zero right. Gear up. Jesus, it's windy up here. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Settle down, settle down. There we are. Under control. Holy smokes. These small, light planes, like the CRJ, man, a little bit of wind. At 2,000 feet. Flaps up. Have a good flight.
Contact St. Louis departure. Delta 1608. Have a good afternoon.
You say St. Louis departure?
St. Louis approach.
Yeah, St. Louis.
1608.
St. Louis.
2,800 feet.
Wow, this is a cool... Look at this. That's a picture. I'm going AP on. Just look at that. That's incredible. Another picture. That's gorgeous. Okay. Bring this out a little bit. Watching the altitude, all looking good there. Everything's set up for the arrival. We got the new adjustment for the 350. Alright, that's all looking good. Now we're just waiting for 10,000. P2 says, toxic workplace of hers. It was never the right fit. She used to work 16-hour days and the weekends, but all she got was insults. Now they brought in a consultant who is pulling her on a PIP, putting her on a PIP. That performance, right? Excuse to fire. That's crazy. That's terrible. Yeah, something went really wrong with this SID. He didn't program the SID properly. I think it might have been my fault. I didn't set it up properly when I changed the runway. I didn't verify it enough. That's terrible, P2. Well, for her sake, maybe it's for the best, right? Get out of that environment. Go somewhere that actually likes and respects you. You know, job hunting and all that is terrible stuff as well, but it might be for the better. For the long term, it might be for the better. Short term could be problems, but long term always better. We got anti-ice on now. 9,000 feet. Oh, I forgot to do landing lights. Oh, crap. Decent points on that one. Son of a biscuit. I knew I forgot something. I was like, what am I forgetting on this departure? Alright, here comes 10,000. Taxi lights and landing lights off. Cool, looking good. 35 knots in the tropical storm. Where's the tropical storm at, Dakota? Exactly what I told her. She's scared about losing her job. Yeah, I get it. I totally do. But if they're out to get you, it's not somewhere where you should want to work. It's not somewhere you should want to work. I've been very, very fortunate in everywhere I've worked at. Very, very fortunate to have good management, mostly. But you know, it all comes down to it comes down to the culture of the company. It always comes down to the culture. Hatchet, welcome in. East side of Madagascar between Africa. Oh yeah, you said Madagascar. Mike, welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. And Hatchet, welcome in as well. Happy Thursday to you. The king has arrived. Welcome in, King Bob. How is your tiller? I thought about it for a while. There's one I'm looking at on Amazon and on Etsy. Because I can't justify $200. I can't justify $200+ on a tiller. I can't, that's one thing I refused to consider because of the price tag. But there was one on Etsy that I saw a few people have that I was considering it a while back ago. I don't know if I can find it again. 7x7 Spy, I think, bought one.
Southwest 897. Cleared visual approach, runway 30 left.
Cleared visual approach, 30
I don't know. I get nervous about doing anything on Etsy because there's really no support, especially with electronics like that.
Southwest 897. Contact
Flight Sim Tiller.
Contact Tower 11, 8.5, Southwest 8.
Yeah, there we go. I think this is the one that 757 Spy had bought, but I think he said he was having problems with it. This is $98.
Contact
That's not a bad
Kansas
price,
City
$100.
Center 127.7, Delta 1608. Kansas City Center, Delta 1608, 1717,000.
But it doesn't auto center back. I don't know if it does in a real plane either.
Delta 1608, Kansas City
I don't know.
Center. Climb, maintain flight level 350.
350.
Climb, maintain flight level
Let's go to standard pressure.
350, Delta 1608.
Let's see. Mike just took off in the 319, Denver to Newark. Ooh, nice. That's a long flight. King Bob says, love it. Need it? Nope. But man, does it make steering during taxi so much better. Not sure how to explain it. Do you feel like you have more control? So when you're making the turn to the left, do you feel like you have more control? Also, does like yours, because you have a high-end one in terms of pricing. Does it like go back to center? I don't know if that works like how does that work? Does it go back to center? Or is it like a bike handlebars? You gotta turn it, right? I don't know. It's not like a car where it just go back to center. I would doubt it. Yeah, it wouldn't go back to center. Why would it go back to center? If you turn it over to the left, the wheels aren't just gonna snap back. Yeah, it wouldn't go back to center. What am I thinking? And P2 loves his tiller as well. Which ones do you have? Oh yeah, for sure. And it does go back to the... Oh, it does go back to the center. So it's like a spring? How would that work, though? I don't know. I'm failing to understand how it would go back to center. Because the wheels are holding it down. Although those... I'm so confused. I'm overthinking it. I know I am.
American 2721. Contact Indianapolis Center 132.2.
I can't tell if this guy's is going back to center.
Center on 132.2.
That five out of 5. 5 out of 5, and how many people bought it? It's in 20 carts. These are people that own it. I do have some of the double-sided tape you're talking about. I bought some of that for my for the roast fire that I shouldn't have put double-sided tape on. See, I can do something like this because I have this thingy. Put it like right there. Gotta figure out where I put it at. Where's this ship from? South Korea. Oh, it's $42 to ship. Holy crap! Are there other ones? This one's by Blackbird. 15% off. What's the difference? Ooh, you get to see inside? Oh no. Oh, putting on different hat. Ooh, look at that. Well, that was a great video. 737 base and handle 160. It's about the same price as the other one. This one is a USB file package. I don't know what that means. Trim elevator. I don't know. Level 266. Let's see. P2 says I have the Blackbird tiller, same as the King. Oh, you both have the same one from Etsy? The Blackbird tiller? It goes back to the center. If you're looking at the... Oh, you're looking at the wrong one. Not the one... That's not the one... Okay. He's working on the Airbus. So there's another one? Not on Etsy? Blackbird tiller.
Kansas City Center, Delta 1608. Leaving flight level 271 for
Okay.
flight level 350.
I think this is the same one. It's got the same picture. Shop.
Delta 1608.
This one's starting at $42. We get the base 737 handle, 152. That's not bad. This is one y'all have?
Kansas City Center. Expect Smook 3, runway 5 left.
Smook 3. I got a runway change. We'll expect Smooks 3, runway 5 left, Delta 1608. I think this is the same one. I think he just sells it on Etsy too. Made in the US of A. That's it. Okay, this is what you have, huh? FAQ. Ships in about 2 weeks. Updated on the 14th. Lead time replaced order after 5th, 14th, blah, 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 blah. Ship internationally via USPS. Will hand your package off to your local carrier. How can I help? Contact support. Oh, they make a bunch of stuff. 20% off, 15% off, up to the 31st. Jesus. Okay, but does it make you? Does it help steer? Make you? Does it make steering easier? More consistent? Okay, 5 left for the arrivals here. Runway change. I think it's some really bad runway changes with Beyond ATC yesterday and today. Doesn't make any sense. Route arrival, runway 5 left, ILS star, Smook 3, Wyndham transition, fly. Okay, clear out that guy. What are you doing, plane? Hold on now, hold on. No. We're not descending yet. We're climbing still, bud. Still climbing there. We're not where we want to be yet. Let's climb a little bit more. Okay. Clear this out. Let's go into performance, landing, initialize. All right, landing weight. Let's get that from our briefing panel. Go to raw. Swing on down. Whoa, way too far. Okay. 42,900. Okay. And then temperature is -9. Jesus. And wind is 3-3 at 7. Okay. Landing. We have V speeds now. Okay. What the hell we got going on here? Alright, we'll continue our climb until we get told otherwise. Top distance right there. It's got a weird descent going on. It's because I changed... It's because I did the altitude change. I mean the arrival change. I changed all my presets I have in here. Okay, so Wyndham. Activate. That's fixed. And then descents there. We'll hold off until we get our descent from Beyondatc. Jay, welcome in. Seems way more precise than rudders or twist on a side stick. Without a doubt, King Bob says. And then yes, it does, what P2 says. Okay, Jay, you have a tiller as well, right? What is your thoughts on the tiller? That is the conversation we're having this evening. To till or not to till? I like King Bob's statement. Do you need it? No. But it's nice to have. That's always been my thought process with it. Do I actually need it? Nah. Is it, though, nice to have? Can I use that money for something else? You know, like, what other benefit could I use with that money? Okay, here's the question. Here's the real question. Would new rudder pedals or would a tiller be the better purchase? New rudder pedals or a tiller? Huh? Now that's the question. We're getting down to the hard facts here, or hard questions. Seems insignificant until after you get one. Ooh, jeez. Okay. Insignificant until you get one. That seems like M&Ms. I'm eating some M&Ms right now, and they're insignificant until I get my M&Ms. And then once you get your M&Ms, you can't stop eating them. It's like Pringles. Once you pop the fun, don't stop. Which do I have now? I have the Turtlebeach rudder pedals. They've been going strong. I like them. I'm very happy with them. I have no complaints, honestly. Zero complaints. Well, except for once in a while I can feel like a click. A clicking when I, how do you say it? Like almost like a D-dent in the middle. Which pedals do you have, and what pedals would you buy? Oh, I don't know what I'd buy. So the three that are on my list eventually would be the Moza new pedals, the new WinWing pedals, or what was the other ones? Verpol or something. The thing is, mine has to be on carpet, so it has to be a way for them to stay down on carpet. But I can't do anything that would damage the carpet. Right? Oh no, it's not the Turbo Bolt, the Honeycomb Charlie. Those are the three I was kind of looking at. One of them three, when the time would come. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with my Turtlebeach. They have zero issues with them. Zero issues.
Center on 128.3, Delta 1608.
King Bob says my Turtlebeach got gritty, noisy. Swapped to the Verpals, and they are night and day better than my old Turtle. Really? Night and day.
Good afternoon. Flight level 3.
Noisy. So mine, I don't think mine are noisy. I guess I had my noise cancellation headphones on all the time, so I don't know.
1608, Indianapolis Center.
Although I've heard a squeak in there every once in a while.
Jet share 735. Contact Memphis Center 133.85.
I feel like we should be descending pretty quickly here.
3.85 jet share, 735, take care.
Yeah, we should be descending. Indianapolis Center, Delta 1608, ready to descend. Ready to descend.
Delta 1608. Descend via smooth tree arrival.
All right,
Indianapolis
vertical.
Airport landing runway 5 left.
Let's see how aggressive this is going to be.
3028.
I'm a little scared now. All right, settle down, settle down, settle
Descend
down.
via Snook Tree
There you go.
arrival.
Take it
Indianapolis
easy.
Airport, landing runway
Take
5
it easy.
left. Altimeter
Not so aggressive.
3028.
Watch the
Delta
speed.
1608.
Balance out. You can figure out your life. All right, take it easy, take it easy. Pull back just a little bit. We're at almost 5,000 feet per minute. A little aggressive. All right, let's. I'll let it do its thing. Whatever. Whatever. This is where they definitely need to do some more work with. Is the VNAV. It's a little aggressive sometimes, obviously.
Indianapolis Center, Blue Streak 5517, flight level 3301.
Let's see. We're gonna put in 3,000 feet.
Streak 5517.
All right, that's set.
Indianapolis
And then
Center,
let's check the
radar
radius. Make sure that's set up 1175. That's right. Minimums are 947. So we do 940. Whoop. $940. All right. Descents in progress. Ripples are awesome. That's what I have too. I have to say, I want the wind control Airbus ones. They look sweet. Yeah, I don't know. So King Bob says it's night and day difference.
FedEx 9015 Heavy. Contact Indianapolis.
How?
Approach 124.905. Have a good flight.
How? So okay, here let me go back and tell you the rudder pedals I've had so far. So I started off with the Thrustmaster rudder pedals. Okay, they were fine, did the job right. Then I upgraded to the Logitech rudder pedals. Again, those were fine. I started noticing there was a massive dead zone and then really heavy clicking in them. So I sold those, and that's when I bought the Turtlebeach. And I'm happy with the... This is really aggressive on descent here. We're going to real justice. We're going to go vertical speed. This is just too much. Take it easy, plane. Take it easy. We're going too fast now. Let's do 25. I know you're trying to do your thing, but you're not balancing out the speed on a descent either. Okay. Smoothness more precise than my Turtle... Okay, more precise. Compare Turtlebeach side stick to Moza. Okay. I have never used the side stick from Turtlebeach. I would have to find another way to compare. Then try to explain how they are better. It's really tough. Okay. I think I get what you're saying now. I think I get what you're trying to say. So their smoothness more precise than my Turtlebeach.
Turn left, heading 360.
How do you mount? So King Bob, you have yours on a wood floor, I think, right? If I remember correctly from your video. And Jay, you have yours mounted, I assume, with your setup. P2, he doesn't have them, but he has the other ones. He have those Velcroed. How would the Verpals hold up on carpets? And then also, we got to answer the question: what again? New rudder pedals or a tiller? I know I could sell these Turtlebeach probably. Actually, let's find out. eBay. eBay is the way to go. Turtlebeach. So I can sell these to rudder pedals. They're going on eBay right now for about 200. About 200. It's not a bad deal. So I could probably get about 200 off of these. I could probably get 100 off the Alpha I still have in the closet.
Flight level 330.
So that's 300 bucks. That pretty much pays for new rudder pedals.
1975, Indianapolis Center. Good afternoon.
I screwed mine right to the floor. Oh, really? You actually screwed them into the hardwood? Mine are actually on a rubber treadmill mat. Oh, interesting. They don't move at all. On a mat, but then they're on hardwood, right? And then on a mat. That makes sense. Jay says quality rudder pedals before tiller. I think that would make much more of a difference than you think. Interesting. I don't know. It's such a. I know what you're saying. I just, I want to know the difference. Like, honestly, I'm trying to wait out until the expo, because the expo, everyone will have different rudder pedals and all that stuff, so I can try them out. And so the expo's in what? January, or we got February, March, April, May, so 4.5 months or so. I think my Turtlebeach will hold just fine. I bought these Turtlebeach because I was trying to hold out for the Charlies, and then the Charlies kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. Now, who is it? Missy Apex, right? And Jay Russ, I think both have the Charlies. Oh no, is it Random? I think Random has the Charlies as well. I don't remember what. Excuse me. I don't remember what Missy Apex has. But they rave about the Charlies. They like them. Jet Delta, welcome in. Hello, I figured I tune in after seeing a few of your videos. As I understand, you got the Moza Beyondatc issue fixed / improved. Welcome in, Jet Delta. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I had made a video about the, you saw the video, you already saw the link. I mean, you stumbled upon it or something. Okay, I just turned it on now. And, okay, so we got Moza running in the background now. Performance is good. I can't figure it out. It's so inconsistent. I can do a flight with no problems at all, and then I can have problems with it. I don't have any definitive answers. I've kind of given up on trying to solve it at this point, because I don't think we can solve it. I think it's all up to Moza trying to figure it out. It's definitely a SimConnect issue. That's 100% clear. It's the way they're doing the telemetry, and I don't know if Moza can ever fix it until Asobo adds in actual real telemetry data, which I don't think they're ever going to do it. I don't think they'll ever do it. Is the Ejet worth it? So worth it's a tough question, or is a tough question. Did I say that? What did I say? It's a tough question because I like this plane. I really, in the real world, in IRL, I really like this plane. Absolutely think it's one of the coolest planes ever. It's just a little tiny, little engine. It's a little Thomas engine, little plane that could. It's a fun little plane. In the sim, it's cool. It's a cool plane. It's a cool plane to learn. But it's not for everyone. This isn't a plane that everyone's really going to enjoy and have a blast flying. I think it's very selective. I think if you understand that it does have issues and that you're going to run into a problem more often than you would like, they may be very tiny problems, they may be big problems. It just depends on the situation. Some of the people here in the community have had WASM crashes on their very first flight. I have not had a WASM crash since this new experimental update that came out this week. And to be frank, I've only had one WASM. I think it's been one WASM crash in this entire plane since the experimental build, and that's 20 plus flights. So I think the WASM crashes are very rare when they happen, but they're going to happen. But I really like this plane. And Boris is working on the sound pack. This plane's going to be even better. I'm happy with the plane. I'm very, very satisfied with it. But again, I think you really have to go in with the mindset of, is this the plane for you? Like, are you interested in Ejet? Can you tolerate some of the, you know, the issues that are going to happen? For the price tag, so I bought it on sale. I got it for like 25 bucks way back when it was on sale. I recently just, okay, let's put it this way. For the $25 I paid for it, I got my money and fun out of it in 2020. And then they made it compatible with 2024, and I got my money out of it then. And then they got the experimental version, which I got my money out of probably already as well, right? But then I recently bought the 190, which comes with the which comes with the freighter version as well. Now, it sounds like the freighter version has more issues, and it sounds like the 190s might have more issues as well. I've been flying exclusively the 170 since this last experimental build, and have had zero WASMs. Now, we've had issues like we have today, where the altitudes weren't set properly, right? It, for some reason, doesn't pull in that stuff correctly. It's inconsistent when it does, right? Some of the issues have been pilot error as well. Typically, we'll have that here on the channel. But I have a lot of fun with the plane. I have a blast with it. I'm going to bring up this a little bit. I'm going to go 500 feet a minute. We're going to be a little low on this approach, but we'll be alright. We'll be alright. You don't realize how much better quality hardware is until you use it. I can believe in that. I get what you're saying as well. I very much get what you're saying. Because, like, you know, yeah. Well, I don't know. The Alpha is incredible hardware. The TCA is incredible hardware. The Yoke, very good hardware. But then you go into the Moza force feedback, and it's a whole different beast. You know, it's probably like people who went from the Thrustmaster side stick to the Moza, you know, AB9 or AB6. Night and day with those, right? Night and day for sure. Jet Delta says Embraer stands for every mechanical breakdown requires an electrical reset because the aeroplane will only clear messages after a power reboot. Oh, really? Such as the icing protection speed. That's in the real plane? Interesting. That's fair. It definitely is at Moza at this point. I noticed the iFly 737 is a lot heavier than the 737, the PMDG 737 before. I got the Moza. I had been the other way around. iFly is external, so SimConnect. Yeah. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and activate approach mode. All right, localizers captured. Glide slope will be next. All right, take it easy with the banking. Take it easy. Let's see. Standard pressure and altimeter is 3028. Now we got that set as well. All right, looking good. Airport runway in sight. The FFS build has been the best treating CFMS build I've ever flown from them. Oh, really? I flew a lake every single day since the new build came out, and I've also had a blast. Yeah. It's just, I've had so much fun flying this plane. I really have. Okay, here's the thing. It pulled me away from the MD-11, which was a tough thing. Which was a tough act on its own, because I've had just so much fun flying the MD-11. But I did say that once this plane came out, that it was highly likely I was going to fly the heck out of it. And clearly I have. This is flight number 11 in the last couple days of the latest build. My 2 cents on the rudder combo. From a practical standpoint, if you don't fly a crap ton of GA, and from what I've seen on your channel, you don't. Tube liners, you only use rudder probably 50% of the time. That's interesting. And King Bus says, well, that may be true. Rudders are a huge crosswind landing, and I fly a ton in GA. The crosswind landing could be beneficial for sure. For sure. Today, this flight, yeah, runway change I don't like, because we're going to have it's not quite a tailwind, it's still a crosswind, but it's definitely a bit of a tail. Simmer says, is the plane worth it? Yeah, so it's like I was saying, it really comes down to, I got it, hold on. We have the field in sight, Delta 1608. 12 nautical miles out. Like I said, it comes down to if you're interested in this plane in real life, and if you jump into it knowing you're going to run into an issue, right? Because you're going to run into
Cleared
an
visual
issue.
approach 5 left. Delta 1608.
But you have to understand you're using an experimental build, right? As long as you understand that, I think the plane is so much fun. It's fun to learn. It's fun to fly. Hand flying is incredible. It's one of the best hand flying planes out there.
Delta 1608.
It's also very tough to be consistent on landings, especially when you have a crosswind, because the plane is so light. All right, first notch of flaps are down. Speed's coming back.
Delta 1608, Indy Tower, wind 330 at 7, runway 5 left, cleared to land.
Jay says, my take, why fly the E-Jet when we have a FENIX 319? Well, they're two different planes, though. The 19's not really meant for a regional. CRJ, the E-Jet, the what the heck's that called? Oh, man. The ones from Just Fly. Can't think of their name right now. Like the RJ. Those are all regional planes. The 319, 320s aren't really meant for regional. I flew with my regional because that's all I fly. All right, gear coming down. All right, flaps 3, flaps 4. We got 6 knot pretty much a crosswind now. So I guess the runway change does make sense. Actually, it says not in use on SimBrief, but I think it actually makes sense. The wind's changed enough. 7 knot crosswind, 2 knot headwind. Yeah. Hot dang. I think Beyondatc actually might have done a better job than I thought on this one. Alright. Let's go autopilot off my aircraft. I do find having force feedback on with this plane is so much better. I feel like I'm a little bit more... I feel a little bit more in control of what the plane's doing. So we're going to exit to the right on landing. Now, of course, this would have been the perfect runway flying, MD-11 or 777 with BATC. Cargo's on the left there. All right, bit of a crosswind, so let's make the corrections. I don't think I've ever landed on 2-3 left. Interesting.
Southwest 3610, holding short, runway 5 right.
Southwest 3610, Indy Tower, wind 330 at 7,
A little low.
fly heading 180, runway 5 right, cleared for takeoff.
A lot of snow here in
Fly heading 180,
Indianapolis.
runway 5 right, cleared for takeoff, Southwest 3610.
Lots of cargo delays. Indianapolis is a FedEx hub. A little high on the approach.
10.
All right, hold it. Settle down. Touchdown. A little squirrely on landing. Reversers. Settle down, settle down. Take it easy. Not bad, not bad. I'll take it. All right, welcome to Indy. All right, flaps coming up. And we'll exit here onto the left. Or sorry, right. Bravo 5, we'll just find a gate.
1608, exit next available taxiway.
Landing lights are off.
Exit next available
So the score is at
taxiway.
least going to be a
Delta
98 because I did forget the
1608.
landing lights on takeoff like a goofball. But I think the landing rate was good. I'm going to say
Delta 1608,
a 190.
contact ground
I'm going to
121.9er.
say a 190. That's what it felt like.
Ground 121.9er. Delta 1608.
Yaw dampers off. Let's go and get the APU fired up here too. Oh, look at that. Is that a FedEx? No, it's Southwest. Yeah, Southwest taking off over there. Very cool. What time is it? 5:38 in the PM? I think I got one more flight in me. We'll do one more flight. I was only going to do one flight today, but we'll do two. We'll do two for funs. Alright, taxi light. Why is that plane floating? We'll park right next to the Ejet. Parking brake is set. I think we're going to bring this plane back onto NewSky as well. I think we're going to do it. I'm confident in saying that this plane is ready to go back on NewSky. I say that, and that's when all the problems are going to happen. Alright, we'll check our score here. We'll close up Beyondatc. What else we got going on here in chat? Plus rudder pedals, plus rudders have the advantage of having toe brakes. Much better experience than mapping a button or keys to brake. My toe brakes are pretty good. I think my toe brakes are pretty good on this is 465 nautical miles. It seems like it's right across the it's right across the ocean. Okay, what do we get for the score? 97. What? I got robbed. It was a 221 on landing. I came in too hot. Yeah, okay. And then landing lights. All right, not bad. 221 on the landing rate. Not bad. I'll take it. That was 30 off what I thought it was going to be. Go ahead and cancel that one. The next flight is going to be... Oh, I just did something similar to this. Oakland to Fresno. Oakland to Fresno. Ooh, okay. It's a perfect little CRJ flight. Or CRJ, E-Jet flight. The perfect little E-Jet flight. Alright, so let's go... What is the call sign for Brickyard? Does anyone know off the top of their head? This way we can make Joe happy. Does anyone know what the call sign for Brickyard is? The ICAO? Oakland, California. Going from a snowy Indianapolis to a sunny... Well, we'll see if it's sunny. Oakland. So we used to go into cargo land. We'll go over here to this gate. Oops. Spawning. If you're doing... Oh, if you like dating traumatized women because they are hot, you will like the E-Jet. I'll take my leave. Jeez, P2, that was aggressive. Hatchet says, and my point is to the extent of deciding to spend money on a new pedal. If money is no object, absolutely agreed. Get the best that works. Hatchet says, I agree. Rudders are definitely a must. I just referring to buying new pedals if the ones you already have are working for him. Ah, yeah. I get you. Let's see. Brickyard is the call sign. Republic is the airline. RPA. Okay, cool. Thank you. Captain, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Hopefully you're doing well. Have you had any time to get flying? I know time has been a struggle for you recently to get into the sky. What is it? RPA, Republic. I guess we're doing Republic Air. RSP. All right. RPA. I don't think I've ever used their call sign before. This is going to be weird. RPA. E-Jet. All right, 25,000 feet. Jesus. And 38-minute airtime. This is like the perfect little E-Jet flight, I'm telling you. The perfect one. All right, let's get Beyondatc loaded up. Oops. What happened there? Okay, Beyondatc is doing this thing and going to connect. Get that going. Rule of thumb is anything connection / Eagle / Express is a regional contractor. Oh, interesting. Connection, Eagle. So this one says Compass. This livery at least says Compass. It's Delta Connection, but it says operated by Compass Airlines. Is that still Brickyard? Not that it matters anymore. We're doing Brickyard either way. Joe's happy now if he's still here. He probably left. Unsubscribed and left like P2 said. Can't have this crazy... Okay, let's see if our GPUs work right away. That's weird. Last flight, yep. No problem with the GPU. All right, let's update our SimBrief at the top up there. All right, flight details. Import. Hit the button. Hit the other button. Go down here. Departure runway 30. Conditions are dry. Winds are windy. Calculate, insert, or instant. Okay, then to the top. Let's go. Batteries on. APO. Firing up. Arm that guy. All right, that's all cooking. Down here at the bottom, we're waiting for this pop-up. E-jets are more fun to fly than the 319. Just saying. Oh, Jesus. RJ just walks in here and just mic drops it. P2's here. You might get a ban. I think we need to make RJ a mod. What do you think about that? I think he'd be banning power all the time. He'd be banning P2 and J. Russ. Captain says, been able to fly on the weekends and lately only a couple hours or a couple flights. Only using the 738. Hope to get flying a little bit more once you get to spring. Well, at least you've been flying a little bit more. That's good to hear, at least. Okay, let's go to route, and send, activate, departure, runway 30, via Sindel 5, and Nelly transition, or Natel, sorry. Natel, arrival currently is 29 left. It's going to be an RNAV. So we're going to go arrival and apply it. Performance, request it. And then we'll take a look at our flight plan here. Because again, it doesn't want to, for some reason, it's been being really goofy the last couple of flights. And doesn't want to climb to the altitude that I want it to. So we'll take a look at that here in a second. Let's get the IMTC rolling. Oakland clearance, Brickyard 1468, ready to go. Sorry, ready for IFR clearance to Fresno. Jesus. Captain says, busy work schedule. Have 3 trips coming up in the next 2 months. Oh, jeez. Good trips or bad trips? Jet Delta says, that means Compass Airlines is a regional contractor. Compass no longer exists. Oh, really? Folded during the pandemic and upset all the pilots, but picked up by Republic. Okay, cool. So the pilots were picked up? They pick up their aircrafts then, I'm assuming? Interesting. Compass. I've never heard of Compass. 4762.
Handle 5 departure with the Intel transition, then as filed. Climb via SID.
Alright, so LJ is 2000. Sindel
4762.
port is 10,000. The hell's port? 10,000, 11,000. Okay, that's fine.
Brickyard 14.
And then after that,
correct. Contact ground
next.
121.75 when ready for push or start.
What's he doing after that?
We'll contact ground 121.75 when ready for pushback or engine start. Brickyard 1468. Thanks.
It's missing a waypoint. Sindel port. Before we go to Intel. Yeah, it's missing a couple waypoints here. Oh no, here it is. Right here. Never mind. Alright, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we want to put in. We're going to put up here, we're going to put in flight level 25000. Plop that in there. And then this one here. Bam. Okay, activate that. Now we should be cooking with gas. Okay, and then over here, let's go to that. Let's go to performance, takeoff. We got that all set. That's all looking good. Oakland ground and Brickyard 1468 ready to pushback and engine start. Ready for pushback and engine start.
Brickyard 1468, Oakland ground, pushback approved. Face southwest.
Southwest.
Pushback
Round.
and engine start approved. Face southwest. Brickyard 1468.
All right, let that disconnect and let's begin our pushback.
Southwest 1927, contact Oakland Tower 127.2.
Look at that, we're an hour and 7 minutes in the stream. We already landed and we're doing our second flight and pushing back. Record speed, folks. That's why the E-Jet's awesome. All right, release the parking brake. Request a pushback. Pushback commencing. Clocks a clocking. Engines are starting. Trim is 4. All right, 4 on the trim. Bring this over to radio again. All right, still getting pretty good performance. So Moza's cockpit's not causing any issues yet. And climbing up to 2.5 on the altitude. That's it? Alright, what we got going on chat here? Let's see. RJ says 2,500K, 21.8K, 21.11K, 151K. Those are my last 4 flights earning in NewSky. Oh, jeez. What have you been flying? You switched over to United, right? With APL? Are you been still just doing APL flights? Are you doing double dipping like I do? I think on Saturday, if I stream on Saturday, I'm going to try out that iFly schedules. We'll do that live on stream. It's $4. What the hell? Spent worse on $4. Lottery ticket. All right, engine number 1's coming up. All right, this is flight, what is this, 11? Or is this 12? I lost track. Those are FedEx. I moved to Delta now. Oh, those are FedEx. Yeah, you make some serious money with cargo. 777 flights, right? How did you get so many, how'd you get, so, okay, what license do you own in APL? It felt like it took me forever to get license. Well, I don't know. Now that I think about it, I got APL when there weren't as many planes available. 737. I was flying the not any builds, the fly-by-wire 320 and the CRJ. Oakland ground Brickyard 1468 ready to go runway. Or sorry, ready to taxi to the active. Holy smokes, guys!
Brickyard 1468, runway 30 taxi via uniform, whiskey.
All right, uniform. Taxi lights on. Flaps
Runway
coming.
30 taxi via uniform, whiskey.
And
whiskey 2,
RTO.
Brickyard 1468.
I don't think the takeoff config button works yet. Negatory. Captain, thank you for the $4.99. Much appreciated for Saturday's flights. Thank you for that, Captain. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm curious to try it. I'm curious to try it and see what it's like. It seems like it's gonna be. Look at that. That's cool. I think it's gonna be very similar to APL, but I do have to start from scratch, and I guess the E-Jet would be a perfect plane to test with it, right? Because you start as a regional airline, so we'll kind of see what happens. I'm hoping it's like APL where you can choose whatever plane you want, like you don't have to fly exactly that plane for the route. Because that was my issue with On-Air. On-Air's, little airline mode is cool, but whenever you fly a route, you have to fly to and from, that kind of thing. Plus, you can only fly that plane. I didn't like that. I like it to jump it around a little bit. Whiskey 2, which is the first one here. Thank you again, Captain. RJ says the 320, the 737, and the 777. Oh, also the MD-11. Yeah, so you got a lot of planes. A lot of planes.
Contact tower 127.2.
All right,
Brickyard
remember,
1468.
landing lights on takeoff. Oakland Tower, Brickyard 1468, ready to go, runway 30.
Brickyard 1468. Oakland
All right, landing lights are on.
280,
Man, have I ever told you I really like chase plane?
Cleared for takeoff.
So, Captain, how you liking the 738? The little bit you've been able to fly, how you liking it? I know the Boeings were new to you, right? Because you were flying the Phoenixes. All right. Landing lights are on. Taxi flaps are good. Throttle coming up. What I learned is once it says whatever this is, antics, then you can go ahead and go to auto throttle. Push the button. Let's go. Winds are slight crosswind here. Maintain center line.
80 knots.
Checked.
Boot 1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate. Gear. I love this departure out of Oakland. It's such a cool departure. Seeing the Golden State Bridge. It's just gorgeous. bring down that trim a little bit. Settle down, settle down. Flaps up.
Contact NorCal departure, Brickyard 1468.
It didn't turn on nav,
NorCal departure, Brickyard 1468.
nor VNav by itself.
1900.
It's interesting.
Brickyard 1468. NorCal departure.
Now we're at a 2,000 restriction based on the SID, but I just bypass it. 12,000.
Climb and maintain 12,000, Brickyard 1468.
All right, AP's gonna come on. There's a bump. All right, take it easy, take it easy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Take it easy. Relax. 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 Crazy plane. Yeah, crazy plane. See, like I said, you're gonna run into issues like that. It's a little aggressive. Very aggressive, 7,000 feet. Like a rocket ship. Now it's trying to figure out its life. What I think it has trouble with is maintaining the speed. It's like, oh, I want to go up there to that altitude, yeah. But it also doesn't understand it has to hold its speed. So they got to find a way to code that better in there, where it can balance out both. That's part of what VNav is so important. That it's balancing up the speed and your climb. And they also got to make the smoother transitions. It's better than the last build, but it definitely still has some of the issues. Which is why I'm turning on AP more, because I want to kind of just see what it's doing.
Brickyard 1468. Contact Oakland Center 119er.
You know, see these drastic changes with climb is insane. Pick a lane, buddy.
Brickyard 1468.
All right.
Have a good afternoon. Oakland Center,
7,000 feet,
Brickyard
making the turn, looking good.
1468.
Okay, what else we got going here? I heard ambient patch is imminent. Yeah, they're doing a live event or whatever, Q&A, sometime soon, and they're going to be talking about the update. I don't know anything about the update. I don't know what's being changed, because the MD-11, in my opinion, is pretty damn good. I'm not quite sure what issues there are, but whatever they are, like, to me, there must be minor.
1468. Fresno Yosemite landing runway 29er right.
29er right. Okay, so we got a runway change.
Fresno Yosemite. Landing
Yosemite.
29er right. Brickyard 1468.
Yosemite. All right, arrival 29er right.
Brickyard 1468. Descend and maintain 10,000
Gonna
feet.
be the Zulu,
Altimeter 3020.
and they're just gonna do arrival and apply.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Altimeter 3027.
Why are we descending already beyond ATC?
Brickyard
Take it easy. We haven't even
1468.
get close to our cruise altitude. Let's see. But since I'm earning over 6K per week, RJ says on air you can make your own routes and fly them, or have AI fly. Yeah, you can do that with. I know that's the big thing with on airs, but like you have to buy all the planes, and it just seems like so much work. Especially like when I'm like content with APL, just flying the routes. But I'm very curious about iFly schedules. It seems to be, like I said, very similar to APL. And I do have the feeling, like I was saying before as well, that I do, if there is going to be a chapter 3 with APL, and this is just me personally guessing, I do believe they're going to charge a subscription for it. That's, again, my personal. I didn't hear anything from anyone.
Southwest 1927.
Everything's gone towards the direction of subscription phase, so I wouldn't be surprised to see those subscription. Alright, comms, 11.3. Let's go on down here. 11.3. Swap them. 11.3. Swap them. Okay, that's all set. And then 5.3 for the minimums. Three, perfect. All right, looking good, looking good. Let's see. Captain says, I'm loving it. I even went ahead and ordered the B107 from Rose. Really? Did you order the B107 from Rosefire? Very nice. I'm glad you're liking it. About to have a double cockpit Airbus and Boeing and no space for the peripherals. We need to start looking for a new desk. Yeah, J-Russ, I know he was talking about maybe doing like, trying to do half and half. You know, half Airbus, like the captain side half Airbus and the right side Boeing.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Brickyard 1468.
7,000 feet. Y'all are crazy. It just took off. Look at it. We've been cruising for 11 minutes. Or flying for 11 minutes. Tombstone, welcome in. Those ejects worth buying at this moment. Also, you get time to try that possible strengthening of the Moza quad for the Airbus. What now? Hold on. Also, you get time to try that possible strengthening of the Moza quad. What was I checking out with that? The Moza squad. Oh, for the throttle quadrant. For the throttle. No, I haven't yet. No, I haven't had a chance to do that yet. Because I haven't flown the Airbus yet. I haven't flown the Airbus in a while. the FENIX planes. But I do need to try it still. I'm kind of waiting to when I get back into FENIX mode, then I'll give it a shot. But yeah, so there's it's a very thin material that Tombstone suggested that I put over the D-dents, and that will hopefully help so it doesn't dig into the plastic of it. That's the only complaint that I've so far seen and heard with the Moza MTQs. King Bob says, how is on air to RJ? RJ is going to have a great response. RJ loves on air. Although, I don't know if you've been flying this much ever since you got into once you got into APL. Although you could be triple dipping. I suppose that's possible. You triple dipping. You triple dip my dip. Okay, so we got clear to descend down to 7,000. We got at top of the sense up there, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in 7,000 feet. I know there's a bunch of mountains in the area, so I'm gonna keep a tight eye on it. So I'll put 7,000. Did you mention an APL competitor? Yes. So there's a new kit on the block that I'm going to try on Saturday. And that is called iFly Schedules. They have a career mode now. But it's a monthly charge or yearly. It's $4 a month, not bad. Or $40 a year, ain't bad. I'll try the month because I don't know how good it is and how long it's going to last. But anywho, with it, where's it at here? Here. No, this is it. Start flying. No, what is it? Career mode. Here we go. It seems very similar to APL. So you earn money, you get promoted, you get type ratings, you airline tiers, open time, fatigue system, which I'm really interested in. What's this pilot chat? I just wish there was more. You click on this button and it's like you don't have a membership. Well, no crap. So with the premium version, you get the career mode. You also get ground services. I'm not sure what that means either. You get a Windows app to track flights. You get an EFB so you can watch YouTube, play games, you know, whatever. You get the mobile tracker, dashboard, logbook, dark mode, early access to features, a membership Discord thing. So that's what I'm going to try on Saturday. We'll check it out Saturday. You know, but I don't know. We got 6 people who are using it right now. But these are only people that are logged in. Because you can go up here and you can just generate a flight. Oh, let me get rid of that. Oh, they did, didn't they? Generate route. I guess you gotta be logged in on the generate route. Interesting. So we'll kind of see. We'll kind of see. I'm interested in trying it. We'll see how it is. Captain gave us $4.99 to try it. That metal coffee band. Yeah, the band. Yep, I know. Yeah, I forgot what you're talking about, but I got you now. Yeah. So yeah, there's a. Let me see if I can. Let's see if I can find it. Tombstone. Here we go. So there's it's something like this. It's something like this. Not that. But so it's a very, very thin strip. And it goes on coffee bags. And the thought is to get it on it, so it's got to be super thin. These are really, really thin. This might even work here. But it's super thin. And it'll help where the, like I said, where the bottom of the detent, the metal bearing, doesn't dig into the plastic. So that's one thing I want to try at some point. But that's, again, when I get back into the Airbus stuff, then I'll set up the throttle. I'm not going to swap between them all when I'm not using them.
Pilot's discretion descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Fresno Yosemite Airport landing runway 29er right. Altimeter 3029er.
After Alta cleared the air Alta 9er, pilot's discretion descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Fresno Yosemite Airport landing runway 29er right.
Alright, we're making our descent now. Runway 29 right. So we're gonna end up doing a pretty much a 180 up here. Pretty much a 180. Should be on the ground within the next half hour. Honestly, I probably won't be getting back into the FENIX planes. Probably not until the CEOs come out. Or sorry, the NEOs come out. In all honesty. Like, I'm pretty content with what we have, what I have, I should say, between the MD-11, the 777, the NGs, the MAX, the E-Jet, and the CRJ. Throw in some doses of the 306. Like, I'm very content with all those planes. FENIX is a great plane, but I think I don't know. I don't know if I'll fly in the FENIX or I just have no desire to jump into the FENIX right now. Again, there's nothing against the FENIX. It's a fantastic plane. They're still the one. They're still, in my opinion, the best developer out there for flight sim. But I just have no interest in flying the 320. And I'm not getting bored of the E-Jet by any means, but I'm ready to jump back into like the MD-11. I'm kind of just waiting for my schedule with APL to line up better. Because of course, you know, now that I'm ready to jump back into the MD-11, that's when the APL gives me all these short hops. But it'll be kind of cool, because then I'll try the iFly schedule thing, and that will be regional. So in theory, that will be. And you saw the list of all the airlines. I'm assuming it pulls. You know, you get to pick one of the regional airliners. Let me pull back up real quick. So like, it has a billion different airlines. It has them all in here. So if we wanted to fly Southwest, I mean SkyWest, they're in here somewhere. Spirit, Sun Country. Where the hell's SkyWest at? Oh, maybe they don't have the regionals. Spirit? Wow, it doesn't have SkyWest? No way. North America. Let's break it down. You got Breeze in here, but no SkyWest? I'll be damned. I thought they had all the airlines in here, but I guess not. Oh, they're missing quite a bit. They got Silver in here. I wonder if they just combine them. Yeah, it just combines American. That's what it does. It just brings the, you know, SkyWest and Endeavor and all that jazz with their extra carriers. Because look, we got the Embraer family. So if we click on that, generate a route.
Southwest 1771. Contact
Yeah.
Oakland Center 126.
Oh wait, doesn't American fly to Ejet? Yeah, that makes no sense then.
Contact
Hold on.
Center 126.9er Southwest 1771.
United doesn't fly the Ejet. No, American doesn't fly the Ejet. Because it's a... Yeah, American doesn't fly the Ejet. Okay. Alright, so let's go American again. 170. Let's search it up. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, so 170. Yeah, so it's just saying it's doing what I do, which is hilarious because this is what Joe was saying that it was bothering him. That's I find this hilarious. So that's how they do it. They just combine them. Just like Jet Delta says, they're probably only counting the regionals under their main lines. Yeah. That's hilarious. Because I know for a fact. Let's see. I know. Let's search for airline. Here we go. Let's try this. FAR to this is a flight that American does, but it's under no, whatever the hell their name is, I can't remember now. But American Airlines doesn't actually fly this route. Yeah. That's what they do. Okay, interesting. So I guess that'd be interesting. I wonder how it works with the regionals. I mean, so you could just join American Airlines and have access to the entire fleet? I mean, the entire route? Fascinating. Oh, we gotta go standard pressure here. Altimeter is 29. Let's drop it down one. Okay. Got that big old mountain there. Zoom on in. And Jet Delta says Envoy, thank you. That's probably wrong then. It's using the AAL numbers, but the call sign would be regional. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where the...
1.25, Brickyard 1468.
Which I'm fine with. I'd rather have access to the entire
Oakland
route
Center,
system
Brickyard
of that,
1468,
you know,
1313,200.
that they go under American or United, etc. If I had that with APL, I'd be even happier. You know, if I could fly United and have access to the entire, you know, all the regional airlines that United flies as well, versus flying with SkyWest and only have access to the SkyWest network. But from a realistic standpoint, obviously, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I just flew into Fresno recently, and I think I got... Well, I did get my 29 right, yeah, because 29 right's ILS. Alright, coming up on 11,000 feet. What's the other one? There's Envoy. There's SkyWest. Another one I can't think of the name. Endeavor, right? Yeah, Endeavor. Regional U.S. Airlines. SkyWest, Republic, Endeavor, and Envoy, PSA, I keep forgetting, Piedmont, Moza Air Wisconsin, Horizon Air, and GoJet. Didn't Air Wisconsin stop? I think they went under. Didn't they go didn't they go under? So SkyWest flies for American, Delta, United, and Alaska. Republic flies Delta, United, and American. Oh, same thing. Endeavor is Delta. Envoy is American. Piedmont and PSA is American. Wisconsin is United. Horizon is Alaska. Mesa is United and American. Commute is United. GoJet is United and Delta. Cape Air, Caribbean and Northeast. And Silver is went under as well. They were flying the ATRs.
Brickyard 1468, Oakland Center.
Learning something new all the time. 9,000 feet. I'm a little concerned. I feel like we're going to be a little low on this arrival. Or this, I'm thinking of a different airport, actually. Fresno's okay. What's the one I'm thinking of? There's another one in California that has mountains all around it. Air Wisconsin lost their partnership with American, but I think United picked... Oh, okay, United picked them up. Interesting. That's what it was, yeah. We were reading about it.
Southwest 3325. Contact Los Angeles.
It's weird. I was looking at
Have a good afternoon.
flights to visit my mom. And
Take care.
I don't remember who it was. I think it was SkyWest. They were offering a ticket that was part on a plane and part on a bus. I was like, no thank you. No thank you.
Southwest 1161. Contact
Okay, so after Intel, we should get a vector. It's gonna, I don't know where it's going to be, left or right, for the ILS. Now, I think I just gave up on the last time I came in here, because it kind of had me, had me go farther out. And I gave up, so I might give up on Beyond ATC as well for this one, if it doesn't do it right. Koopy says, good landing. That's a beautiful sight there. That's a scary sight because hopefully that fog isn't really going to mess up our arrival. Makes me nervous because it's still 36 nautical miles out. That's an awful lot of fog around the mountains. I'm telling you, the Boris sound pack is going to be day one purchase for me. Look how smooth this is. I know it's only showing 60 FPS on the stream, but this is butter. I'm getting 100, over 100 power right here. This is with the Moza cockpit running still. The airport right here.
Brickyard 1468. Contact Fresno approach 119.6. Take care.
This little community down here.
Approach, Brickyard 1468. Fresno approach, Brickyard 1468. Good afternoon. 7,000 feet we have hotel.
Brickyard 1468, Fresno approach. Good afternoon. Altimeter 3029er.
3029er.
Runway 29er right.
Okay, so any second now we'll get a vector.
Altimeter 3029er expected.
I'm gonna say the vector is gonna be to the right.
1468.
I'm not quite sure what I want. Alright, looking at the ILS. We'll have these mountains here. These are at 2,000 feet. We're at 7,000, so we should be alright. We're not going that far out. That's for sure. Airport is still 28 nautical miles out. It's going to be out here in the distance still. So right would make more sense to come on in this way. Left, I think we're going to be obstacles. Terrain, pull up. Maybe too far to see it still. Yeah. Maybe if it wasn't so hazy.
1468, turn right.
Oh, there we go. 105. Turn right.
Turn right.
Ooh,
Heading
that's what I wanted.
105.
Alright,
Brickyard
105. Let's go
1468.
to this to localizer. Course is going to be 292. Ah, crap. I forgot to put landing lights on. Get dinged on that one too. Alright, course 292. And we do have our... No, we don't. It should be... The radio's right? 11.3? Yeah, 11.3. Alright, that's alright. Never mind. Alright. I guess we're fine. I think we should still be going to the right a little bit more. I don't know if it's trying to intercept something else as well. There's a VOR to the left of us. That was a Fresno VOR. So I'm not quite sure if it's using that as a waypoint or not. So there's this waypoint right there, or that VOR. There's this one too. Now it looks like it is going to have us come in from the left. I want to come in from the right. But I'll see what happens. Alright, I'm landing runway 29 right. Exit to the left. I think I stomped on the brakes here when I landed last. If memory serves me correctly. The airport is right out here somewhere. I don't see it anywhere. Do y'all see it? I don't see it. I don't see lights, nothing. Oh, it's a little bit more over here, I guess. Maybe this damn pillar's in my way. Wait, hold on. What's that? No, that's not it. Oh, it's like over here now. The hell is it? I'm gonna cheat. Oh, it's right there. Alright, there's our airport. We're gonna be landing right here, this runway. Exit to the left. Park over here. Okay, so at Stony, I'm gonna be at 2,000 feet. They haven't given me any additional descent instruction. Why are we descending? I didn't say descent. What are you doing? You shouldn't be descending. I have you stuck at 7,000 feet. Alright, fine, whatever. I'll descend. We'll go down to 35. Crazy plane. Alright, let's make our descent. Like I said, I think when I flew here the other day, Beyondatc AGC, I don't know if it was ever going to give me a vector, so I just made the turn myself. I don't know if it wanted me to go further out, maybe out to here. That's is that Griffin? That might be Griffin. No, that's Sango. So it might be having me go out there. If we don't get a vector by then.
Brickyard 1468, descend, maintain 5,000 feet.
Oh, they want us to go down 5,000.
3029er.
Alright, I'll put in 5,000. 5,000 makes me think we're going to be going to... They want us to go out to Griffin.
3029er. Brickyard
Which is
1468.
kind of a distance out. Between Sango and Griffin is almost 15 nautical miles, so I'm not going that far out. If we don't get vectors after or by Sango here, and we'll make the turn. We'll make it ourselves. Because that's giving us, let's see, that's giving us like 10 nautical miles to go, so that's plenty to operate with. It's also interesting, it's not showing up. What's this? Go away. Flight plan. Where's my flight plan at? Oh, it's because I have a direct runway 29 right. It's giving me the waypoints, but it's not showing. That's really weird. But we have localizer. We have the DME, which is good as well. Alright, we'll give it a couple seconds here and see what happens. So it's 12 nautical miles for the DME, but the actual arrival, I guess it's about 12 nautical miles.
Descend, maintain 3,200 feet.
3,200?
Descend, maintain 3,000.
That might be a good sign. What?
Brickyard 1468.
Because I don't remember getting a descent for my last flight here.
Brickyard 1468.
Hey, look at that.
Right, heading 235.
Alright, cool.
Turn right, heading 235. Brickyard 1468.
So now it should say clear through the ILS or intercept the localizer or something like that. Good job, Beyond ATC. You know, it's interesting that, so I'm a Reddit person, I'm a Reddit whore, right? I'm in Reddit so often. And it's very interesting to see it seems like every single week there's a new person posting which one is better, you know, Beyond ATC or SI. And I'm like, just search for one of the other posts on there, man. There are countless amounts in there. There are so many posts available. Approach mode armed. I just go read through them because so many different people, I include myself, have posted their own comments in there. Alright, I'm just going to intercept the localizer automatically. You know, each one's going to have its faults and issues. It's all, you know, coded AI stuff. And then FS HUD's in there as well. You know, throw in another mix of a product to use. Alright, localizer's captured. Glide slope will be next. We are 13 nautical miles out. Between the sun and the haze, I can't see anything too far away. 3,000 feet.
Brickyard 1468. Fly present heading. Descend and maintain 1,300 feet.
1,300. Looking good though. Based on the glide slope, we're still high on the approach. At Storby, you want to be at 1,800. So waiting for that localizer, or sorry, the glide slope to get captured. A little concerned that we're not going to get it. But based on what we're showing here for the ILS, we're fine. There's glide slope. Okay, cool. 10 nautical miles out. Let's go ahead and bring our first notch of flaps out. We do a flaps 5 arrival. Winds aren't too bad. We got tailwind currently.
2,500.
Probably be having a tailwind to begin with. I think they only land typically runways 29 anyways, regardless of the winds, because the mountains all around it. I could be wrong on that. Probably am. Alright, speed's coming back, looking good. 8 nautical miles out. Flaps 2. Gear will be next. This entire flight has been with the Moza software, and all is fantastic. So Jet Delta, if you're still here, I don't know. Other than what I can tell you is that I've done some adjustments with like G-Sync and whatnot on my system, but none of that will be causing SimConnect adjustments. Alright, gear coming down. That's a longer flight than I thought. We're at 41 minutes. By the time we get taxied on in, it's probably going to be about 53 or so total block time. Flaps 3. Flaps 4. Minimums are 530. Another 1,000 feet to go. Think I see the runway? And flaps 5. That's what you want to hear from the pilot, I think. Yeah, runway's right there. Pappy's there. Cool. Exit to the left on arrival. We're going to aim for Bravo 6. If I do that, we're going to have to hit this touchdown pretty darn good. Bravo 6 is what I'm looking for, but it might end up being Bravo 10. Bravo 6 is a... yeah, I have the runway in sight. We have the field in sight, Brickyard, 1468. Alright, field in sight, Papsy's good. AP's off. 500 call.
Cleared visual approach 29 right. Brickyard 14.
Clear for the visual, I'm about to land. It's a late switch over the tower.
Over to tower 118.2. Brickyard.
Yeah, we're not, I don't think we're hitting Bravo 6.
200. Minimums.
Fresno Tower, Brickyard 1468. Visual runway 29 right.
100.
Brickyard 1468, Fresno Tower, wind calm. Runway 29er right, clear to land.
10.
Runway 29 right, cleared to land. Brickyard 1468.
Come on, buddy. Get down. Get down. There we go. Alright, there's 6. We're missing 6. So we're gonna end up taking 10. Bravo 10. Reversers. Alright, I floated that one down on purpose.
Roger. Sky was 2868.
And exit to the left here.
Brickyard 1468.
Flaps going up.
Exit next available taxiway.
Yes, ma'am.
Exit next available.
Hi, welcome to
taxiway.
Fresno,
Brickyard 1468.
where it's a little hazy. Captain says the SimConnect connections tip you provided a month ago fixed my external tablet connection issues for the
Ground
FMS and the
121.7,
McDo.
Brickyard
Interesting.
1468.
Fascinating. Thanks for sharing. Alright, we're just gonna keep on. We'll just taxi on over. King Bob says, what, was that a spike strip on the runway? Yeah, you know. We're carrying illegal narcotics in the state of California. That is, so they do Air Force stuff. So they do like what's it called? The jet launching things, you know, that are on the boats, the big ships. They apparently do that testing here when they come in for landing. I can't remember what the hell it's called. I wish you can turn it off with this unit, but you can't. Air marshals. Like, it's a cool feature to have, but like when they're landing a commercial plane, I don't think they have them on. Couldn't tell if that plane was moving or not. When I landed here the other day, oh look at that, another plane coming in. Delta. Dink. When I landed here the other day, I wasn't paying attention. There was a United plane coming right after me. Wires on carriers. Yeah, carriers. That's the word I'm looking for. Carriers. Yep, the wires for the carriers. Alright, yaw dampers turned off. This is nice scenery, though. I don't remember who makes it, but I like it. We got American Eagle next to us there. We'll just take, we'll take this gate up here. Taxi lights are off. The hell's the... Oh, here it is. Gate number 16. Whoa. Whoa. Random stutters all of a sudden. That's weird. Alright, over here to the left-hand side, go to GPU. on.
Skywest
I forgot to turn on the
2868.
APU.
Ramp 11 taxi via Bravo 10. Hold short runway 11 right.
We'll check our landing rate. We'll call it a day.
Ramp 11 via
And then
Bravo
the next
10.
stream will be
Hold short runway 11
Saturday,
right,
likely.
Sky with 2868.
And I'll try out the iFly schedule. So we'll give that a month try and see what it's like.
Skywest
All right, wait for the APU to come available.
Cross runway 11
I can go up
right
here
at
and hit the
Bravo
button.
10. Continue taxi
And it's going to be
via
ground
Bravo
powered.
10. Bravo
Stop
6.
and stop.
Cross runway 11 right at Bravo 10. Continue taxi via Bravo 10 Bravo, Bravo 6, Sky with 2868.
All right, so my next flight I'm going to do is Honolulu. Flown this one many of times. All right, let's check our landing, our score in APL and our landing rate. 100, I'll take that one. Very, very nice. And a minus 42. Yeah, I definitely floated with that one for sure. That's crazy. What's my schedule looking like here? So we got a nice little short one here in Honolulu. And then we have O'Hare to Greensboro. It's a long flight, 512. Appleton to O'Hare. And Greenville to Indianapolis. Not bad, not bad. What's my... this is flight number 11? No, this is 12. Flight number 12 for the week. Is there any good short little hops here? Nope. All long hauls for the events. Alright, this was flight number... Is this 12 with the E-Jet? Let me see. Let me just verify. Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, this is 12th flight. So 12 total flights, not a single WASM crash. Technical issues, yes, but no WASM crashes. I'll take the technical issues. Because you can make those adjustments. But the WASM crashes, you can't. Pretty much screwed in those cases. In that case. What the hell? That was weird. Hey, look at that. Another E-Jet there. All right, cool. So we're going to call it a night. Thank you all for coming on in and joining me on the 2 E-Jet flights tonight. Again, next stream will be on Saturday. We'll do a little stream with the iFly schedule and see how that career mode is. But have a great rest of your Thursday. Have a great Friday. And we'll see you on Saturday. Take care, everyone.